tough loss. I mean, it's our kids, everybody. I mean, they're devastated. They've been putting a lot into all of this stuff. You know, first and foremost, feel for them. I had our chances early on and called a horrible play and a halfback pass. I mean, just my mind just kind of changed. We had all the momentum there. I feel like we go in there, score. That was a huge turning point in the game, and it seemed like we could recover, and we're still in it. Again, I had another turnover that didn't help us. Had pretty good field position, and just our defense got worn down. I mean, they got worn down because we got to make some plays on offense, and they got worn down there at the end. But good football team. Memphis is a good team. You know, we know they had a tough loss against Mississippi State, but they're a good football team. But we got to regroup. You know, we've got tough kids in that locker room, great young men. They're all hurting. We're all hurting as a program, and we just got to find a way to get up in tomorrow morning and just keep going, get treatment, watch film, just keep going. And like I said, we have some resilient kids, and that's all we can do right now.
You did have some sustained drives.
Well, from the first game, there was nowhere to go but up. You know what I mean? So I thought it was better, but still not good enough. Still too many mistakes. Like I said, I killed us with that bad call. Like I said, I thought that changed the momentum of the game. I have a chance to score there at the end of the half with that. But yeah, we played better than last week. But like I said, there's nowhere to go but up from that.
Well, two-part question regarding turnovers. Yeah, I know you're blaming yourself for the call, but should Mikel maybe not have made that throw since the guy wasn't open, he is in double coverage? And then B, I mean, Strauss had the note, he only fumbled like 3 times last season or last 7 games, 5, and more lost fumbles. It's just killing you.
Yes, I mean, everything you said is true, Wags. Everything you said is true, except I take responsibility. I don't need to put that, Mikel in that situation. I should have called a better play. You know, we had them reeling a little bit, and that play just changed the complexion of the game, I thought. You know what I mean? And when you're playing a team like that, you can't do that. You can't miss those opportunities, and that was a big pivotal turning point in the game.
Your explanation for the fumbles?
We just got to keep working. We got to take care of the rock. I mean, we have some pretty simple rules in our program. One is for our whole team is choose the right. On defense, elite eat, and on offense, keep the tip up. It's not that complicated, you know what I mean? And so it's always what we've done, and it is discouraging that we're still having it, but we'll just stay at it.
Hey, Ken, Catherine, Capital Gazette. Obviously, pass coverage wasn't exactly the highlight of the defense today, but can you speak to some of the individual performances? I mean, obviously, John being one of them with 15 tackles, but a lot of guys put up pretty good numbers today.
Well, they're a good offense, you know what I mean? And so we recognize that challenge is in there. And like I said, I thought our guys are laying on the line. I just think we ran out of gas, our defense in the end there. You know what I mean? We got to put some points on the board, and eventually just wore us down there at the end.
Questions?
So, John, for you, I mean, can you speak to what propelled you to 15 tackles today? Was it just, a sense of urgency for you, or is just something really working for you today?
I guess I just attribute it to the other people on the field. I mean, I'm going to come around and play with 100% effort on every play, so things were coming my way today. I missed a couple, so, I mean, I didn't even know I had 15 until I looked at it up here. I was just playing ball the whole time, so.
Question for Ken and then John. The way that they try to stretch the secondary with their deep attack, what kind of pressure did that put on you guys, and how did you try to limit that this afternoon?
Well, it's tough because you try to come after them. Obviously, you got some speed and you play coverage. The guy was pretty patient and finding some stuff. But like I said, I thought we played fine in the beginning part. Just towards the end, you know what I mean, where things kind of got out of hand a little bit, but I thought for the most part, the early part, we were playing okay. Obviously, to start the game and to start the second half is not how you want, so those were huge momentum swings. Just And again, we just got to keep trying because it's also been a big emphasis, our fast start. You know what I mean? And we haven't had that in either game, either way. So, but we'll go back to work. Like I said, we got tough kids, we got tough people in the program. Everybody's down, but we're gonna keep coming back to work. Keep working our butts off.
I think it just came down to a couple plays ultimately during the course of the game, and I think our defense in entirety flashes a lot, and it's just that consistency that we'll get as we keep going throughout the year. But I think we're just a couple plays away from being a really good defense, a couple of doing our jobs away from maybe a lot of those passes not being completed today. So.
Coach, in the back here, you already talked about the trick play you tried to run in the red zone. Can you talk a little bit about that play in the first half? It was 4th down and 8. I think you ran the triple option. What was the mindset to call that play instead of possibly a pass there on a 4th and 8?
Well, it's kind of who we are. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes us dropping back and throwing is not as good as just run our bread and butter. So it was kind of a mindset. Some of our stuff coming in 3rd and long. Are we better off dropping back or better off running what we do? And so that was really the thought process.
Ty, could you walk us through the touchdown pass and just how nice was that feeling to connect on that long throw?
Yeah, it was good to get something going. I don't know, I think it's brief spurts of happiness because at the end of the day, it's like it was great to see Anton's first touchdown and all that, but we didn't get the job done today on offense. So it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way it turned out to be.
Kenny, I know you haven't looked at the tape yet, obviously, but you mentioned several times last week about seeing loafs in the Delaware game. Did you, from the sideline, see anything like that, or was it better today?
I just feel like as some of the stuff, I mean, some of the stuff Delaware did, they tried to confuse us a little bit. I mean, that wasn't the case with Memphis. We knew where they were at. It's just a matter of blocking them, and we had some technique assignments early on, miscues as far as blocking them. We tried to get that rectified. Just it wasn't a matter. We knew where they're at. Just got to go block them, and I think more technique more than anything, John.
Ty, what would be your take on the offense overall? Because it did seem like there was some improvement, but again, in the end, the point total is not going to get it done in the league that you play in.
Yeah, I mean, I think I made a lot of mistakes. I think that there's a lot of yards that I missed out on the first half. I couldn't keep my footing. Wasn't playing fast enough. I mean, I think we played better up front on the perimeter and stuff. Got the ball on the perimeter. I just don't think I did enough. So.
Coach, the season's only 2 weeks old and we're already on a bye week. Do you think that having won this early in the season gives you and the rest of the coaching staff the ability to correct the mistakes before things get out of control with 10 games still left to go?
I mean, we're always going to battle. I mean, we got some tough kids, some resilient people in our program. I mean, we're not going anywhere. Not like we're going to quit and throw up the white flag. We're going to go to work. I mean, is it hard as it is right now? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to explain, like how hard how the pain that you feel when you invest so much into it. I remember talking to a family member last week, and we were just talking about the loss, how hard. He goes, "Well, I know it's a loss, but it's not that really bad." I had to explain. It was a really close relative of mine because you guys have no idea. I mean, our kids put a lot into this. We put a lot into this. So it's hard when you lose. But somehow you have to pick yourself up. That's all we can do. We're not going to quit. We're all hurting. And I mean, our kids are devastated. Guys in our program are devastated. But we come back to work. I mean, we're not gonna quit. Just gonna keep pressing forward. I mean, I haven't even looked, to down the season stuff. We're trying to worry about the here and now and try to move forward.
Coach, following up on that, how pleased are you in the resiliency of this group that they never threw in the towel or gave up?
It's hard to be pleased at anything when you lose. You know what I mean? I love my players, love our coaches, but we're all hurting right now. I mean, it's hard to be happy at anything, and just When you lose, it sucks, and there's no other way around it. And it's hard to see any silver lining anytime you lose, you know. But what we have to do is just go back, wake up, look at the film, see how we can get better, and just come back to work. And that's what we're gonna do.
Ty, just real quick, you said it was noticeable that you slipped several times on the first half. Was it a cleat problem? Was it the field? What was it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I just couldn't stay up.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
John, you had a great game, but again, an L in the win-loss column. Are you able to take time to say, yes, I had a great game, or because this is such a team sport where you're relying on the guy next to you, you're not able to appreciate what you were able to do because the team did suffer a loss?
In the back of my mind, I'm gonna use some of the plays I did today as like motivation, I guess, going into next week. But I'm a very critical guy, especially on myself. So I'm already thinking of like 3 to 4 plays where I wish I could have had back during the game, and I'll stay with me, you know, during the next week. But I kind of look at it as like defense is 11 guys, it's never one. So I mean, they scored 37 points today. I mean, I could have had 8 sacks and I still would have been pissed. So it's a team game. There's individual accolades, but I'm never interested in those. So.